Good morning indeed. Hello and welcome to Speed Stuff for Charity Winter 2018. We are here supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We've got some great runs coming up for you soon. First, we wanted to get a little bit of an overlay, and I'll pass that over to Pokey.
All right, thank you, Piner. So, like we were saying, uh, got tons of great runs. All the proceeds we have will be going to St. Jude's. So I just want to give a little overview of the marathon and what we're going to be doing during it. So we're going to be starting off here in about 10 to 15 minutes with Jack 2, and this will go all the way until about Monday morning for most time zones, even on West Coast. So just to hit some of the highlights here, so there are actually going to be like tons of great runs during this. Some definitely notable races too, including the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat race.
Oh, that's
The
going
fact
to
that
be nice.
the fact that exists is so amazing to me. I can't wait to watch that.
It's a
The Park
fantastic
2
run.
race, the Park 2 race is going to be great, and then the huge four-person Super Mario Odyssey race is going to be taking place on Sunday evening. So all of those great races, obviously, I mean, there's tons more, but I'd be pretty much reading off the entire schedule at that point. So in an effort to take up hopefully not too much time, I am going to talk a little bit about, I guess, how this marathon's going to work a little bit. So a couple things. If you ever wanna see how to do something, there's a lot of commands here in our SS4C bot. So you can just type commands, and there's a lot of commands you can do there. Mostly schedule and donate are going to be the most useful. And if anybody ever goes like, oh, how do I donate? Where do I donate? Exclamation point donate is a great tool. It'll always bring you exactly where you need to. Otherwise, the way that's going to work, so we're gonna have the donations obviously go to incentives. We have a bunch of different incentives during this marathon. So this includes, but not limited to, so the actual donation incentives is going to be for Shovel Knight, which is the third one of the marathon. We're going to have Plague Knight wins by doing absolutely nothing. That's a pretty amusing one. And then we have the Menu Out of Bounds glitch and Minor Ultra Adventures, the Pikachu percent, Poke Park Wii, and then the All Sanctuaries instead of the standard Pajama percent for Earthbound, which is, I mean, it's going to be more run basically. Earthbound is our closer for this marathon. Jack 2's the opener, Earthbound's the closer, and pretty much it's just going to be more of what you want, because it's going to be 2 a.m. in most of America by the time it finishes, and you're going to be going to yourself like, well, maybe I don't want it to end. Even if it's a Monday and you don't want to just go to bed, you might want something more. And so the All Sanctuaries at the end is just going to be something really nice at the end of the marathon too. And then we have, honestly, a ton of bid wars to go on. A lot of them cosmetic, but some of them super cool as well. Notably, a couple really big ones here real quick to hit some of the highlights. Donkey Kong Country, all stages there's any percent. The fact that that's a bid war by itself is so good. Very similar estimates allow us to do that. The power-ups versus no power-ups during Hello Kitty cruisers, changes if there's items or something like that. And then and the Super Metroid ROM hack would be running here. That Count Goof is going to be running the Super Metroid Project Base. There is going to be a save versus kill the animals bid war for that. Now, obviously, it's not going to be it's not quite near the end of the run. It's about half a day out, but still, feel free to donate that to the whole time. I know a lot of people get really up in arms about saving or killing the animals. So tons more. If you want to see all the donation incentives, just check out the exclamation point donate page. It has all the donation incentives on the left there. If you go to that page, you can go and click the challenges button, and it shows you all that's available. So great stuff over there. We all got that sorted out. Another couple things I want to mention was that this marathon is going to be somewhere in between like PG-13 and R-rated. So it's going to be we don't want people to be like offensive or discriminatory or anything like that. We're gonna obviously keep it clean. We don't want it to be distasteful. We are helping children after all. We're not gonna try to be that cruel about it. However, that being said, you can drop the F-bomb if you want to. Nobody's gonna really care. It's just we're gonna keep all the discriminatory speech out of here. Make sure that people don't feel threatened by being here at our speedrunning stream, and that's gonna goes for such thing as most including like sexual and offensive, racist, you name it, slurs and that kind. So we're gonna keep all that language out of the marathon. No place for that here. And I think that was everything I wanted to touch on here. Do you have anything, Piner, right now?
No, I mean, you pretty much covered everything. All those runs you mentioned are fantastic. I'd like to put in an extra word for Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, because you may not believe me when I say this, but that is a heck of a run. It is an amazing watch.
Always love those speedruns with different controllers, All right. So that being said, we do have the first runner up here right now. That is the Jack 2 runner. So Sticky is actually here with us, and Sticky has made it clear then, like, we can do an interview right now if we want to. So hey Sticky, how's it going?
Pretty good. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
everyone. Good morning. All right. So obviously the opener, it's a little bit of a big deal, but let's not get all the pride to your head. So just keeping things simple right now. Your Jack 2 estimates now are 10. Would you say that's like a lot lower than a casual would be doing? Is there just a ton of skips that you do in it, or is it just pretty reasonable and the game's just being completed, at faster than a normal person would?
Yeah, that's a rather low pace if you were going to give an estimate. To give perspective, the all mission speedrun, which is kind of more equivalent to a casual experience, is just under 3 hours for a speedrun, and that's because we do some pretty profound sequence breaking in this category, which omits about 2/3 of the game. So yeah, this is pretty much, we're doing as many skips as we can, there are quite a few. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be quite that much. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Obviously, it being any percent, no restrictions typically. So hour 10, that's going to be fun to do, especially with that many skips. Now you got me really excited for that. So, so movement. Obviously, I'd say probably maybe half the people here have seen any Jack series speedrun. We want to give like an overview to like how really movement works in that game real quick. Just like an overview of basic tech that you do.
As far as the Jack series go, Jack 2 was it was the first one to incorporate this thing called the jet board, which is the kind of the bread and butter of the movement of this game. Whereas Jack 1 is really crucial on ground movement, roll jumping, that kind of stuff. This game is predominantly like skateboarding, a lot of inner city movement. It's a GTA style kind of game, so there's like waypoints, there's a lot of inner city movement, and there's a lot going on in it at any given moment there, involving just a variety of optimization. That device is also crucial for one of the major glitches that we perform in the game too.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a lot of the tech hovers around that aspect and the use of the jetboard.
Nice pun there with the hovers, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so and to avoid spoiling hopefully too much of the run, I just want really like, if somebody had never even heard of speedruns before, somebody comes up to you and they've never even heard of what speedrunning is, and you tell them, hey, I'm running Jack 2 in this amazing charity marathon named Speedstars for Charity, winter 2018, how would you sell your run? How would you sell your run to them?
I would say that this game is, I honestly think some of the tricks in this are really, really kind of hilarious to people who have never seen speedrunning, because one of the first things I think speedrunners or people new to it like to see is kind of the more broken tech in games that
Of
makes you
course.
think like wow, you can really do that. And this game is like completely filled with those. Like it really puts in perspective how like arbitrary things like, you know, in-game boundaries and stuff are when you know like how to break them, you know?
Yeah, yeah, man. They're just suggestions. They're just suggestions, really.
Yeah, they're merely guidelines.
So, pretty much, it has a lot of entertainment value, and it has a lot of stuff that people come to expect from speedruns.
Yeah, it sort of delivers all of those classic like you know, you're just like wow, really, you're just gonna do that.
Yeah, of course, part of the reason why we made Jak 2 the opener, we obviously know of the potential it brings. But for all of you in chat watching at home, if you don't know what it brings, then you are in for a ride. So with that being said, I think our good morning persona is over, and I think we're ready to start setting up for the actual run itself. So are you guys excited?
Yeah, very.
Yes.
All right. And all right, so we'll start setting up now for it, and we'll be right back with Jak 2. All right, thank you.